Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Dana Arcuri, author, speaker, survivor, and advocate. And today, this video is dedicated to all black sheep of the family and scapegoats. I hope this content and message is encouraging, inspiring, and motivational to you. And so today I am going to be talking about how the narcissist and flying monkeys underestimated you. And if we want to first understand this, we need to first define what does the term underestimate actually mean. So according to Cambridge Dictionary, quote unquote, to underestimate someone means to fail to guess or understand the real cost, size, difficulty, etc., of something. And another way to look at it is to underestimate someone is to fail to understand how strong, how skillful, intelligent, and determined someone is, especially to the competitor. And so a lot of us can understand that there is a lot of competition between toxic siblings as well as the narcissist. Both are very, very competitive people. They're ruthless, they're malicious. And this is a big mind game for them. You know, the whole thing about this very psychologically destructive relationship is a game to them. But to really understand everything about, what goes on behind the scenes, when we step away from the madness, such as what I did in 2018, when I went full no contact with my narcissistic mother, my toxic siblings, and my relatives, the distance from them gave me clarity, insight, wisdom, the ability to process what really transpired in the past and to try to recover from my trauma. So there's a lot of insight, and we're focusing and concentrating on this new reality because we wake up to the truth about this destructive type of abuse, especially if it was something that began in our childhood and went on throughout our adult life. So we have to understand that in simple terms, the narcissist and flying monkeys thought less of you. They never fathomed how courageous and strong and empowered that you really are. They wanted to believe that you were just a pushover, that you were weak, and they could trample all over you, and that you were just a punching bag for their joy. They craved bullying you, manipulating you, gaslighting you, and verbally beating you up. And so they really did underestimate us, the scapegoats and the black sheep of the family. So I have come up with and created 11 reasons why the narcissist and flying monkeys underestimated us. And the truth is this: they never in a million years imagined that we would ever do the things that we have done. There is so much in our recovery journey, this healing process, that we have radically changed. We've been transformed. We've educated ourselves. We're doing the hard work of healing. And through this, we have changed so much, and we have grown so much stronger, so much wiser. And our lives are now starting to blossom. We've got our wings now, and we're starting to soar. But for anyone who's right in the midst of this, you may really be encouraged by this video. You may really need this content and this message today, especially if you're in the midst of the hoovering, the triangulation, the bullying and the gaslighting and the ongoing toxicity of these destructive relationships. So I really do hope that it can comfort you today and encourage you and help you feel more confident in yourself and in your healing journey. So let's talk about the 11 reasons why the narcissist and the flying monkeys underestimated you. Number 1, you woke up to the truth about how toxic and psychologically abusive these people have been towards you. Number 2, the narcissist and the flying monkeys never ever thought you would be brave enough to stand up for yourself. Number 3, the narcissist and the flying monkeys, aka toxic siblings. Oh, we know who they are, don't we? Ha! So they didn't believe that we could ever make it on our own without them. And another little side piece to this is that we may have been brainwashed our entire lives to believe that we were worthless and unlovable and that we can't make it on our own without them. This may have been ingrained in your brain even subconsciously, but it's really amazing when they come to realize that, oh, we do know what's going on, and oh, we do clearly understand their toxicity and destructiveness and how they're bullying us, and we're not going to stand there and just take it. So we have to understand that they may think we can't make it without them, but I'm telling you people, I'm on the other side. I used to be over here, where I was trying to gray rock and I was trying to make peace and I was a people pleaser and I'm a recovered people pleaser. And instead of trying to make everyone else comfortable, the most important thing is self-love, self-care, self-preservation, and keeping your sanity, which means that you have to stand up for yourself. You have to speak up. You have to be there for yourself. That whole thing with doing the inner child work, for that inner child that was beaten down for decade after decade, especially if you were in a toxic, dysfunctional family. Hello, I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about. I know you're going to be nodding your heads like, whoa, I get that. So there's just so much beauty in being the voice for that inner child who was crushed at one time, and to be there for your inner child and to say, I got this and I got your back and I'm safe and I'm going to protect you and I'm going to stand up for you and I'm going to speak up for you and by God, I'm going to help you heal. And next would be number 4. And the reason why the narcissists and the flying monkeys totally underestimated us is because they underestimated our intelligence, our wisdom, our ability to see through their smoke screen, that they didn't think that we would clearly see their web of lies and how they're in denial, deception, discord, and how they love to stir the pot, step back, and then say that you're the crazy one and blame everything on you. The whole thing with the shift blaming and the victim shaming and trying to act like everything is your fault. They underestimated everything. It is just like mind blowing when we really start connecting all the dots. Next is that they actually thought that you were a pushover. They thought they could walk all over you like you were a doormat. They mistreated you. They bullied you. They called you horrible, vicious, spiteful names. And, the thing is with that is they underestimated that you would stand up for yourself and say, hey, I have my own mind, I have my own values, my own beliefs, my own perspective that could be different than yours. I have my own morals, and I am a free thinker. And so they don't want you to think for yourself. They want you to have to lean on them as if they're God. Well, I guarantee they're not even close to being like some God or some higher power. Actually, they're more like the devil and demonic and sinister. When we really think about everything they represent, it is evil. So number 6 would be that the narcissist and the flying monkeys expected you to lay down and let them bully you, to let them manipulate you, to let them call you names, to be a punching bag for them, to take all of their crap and to just be quiet about it, to do nothing, to lay down and just let them treat you like dirt. Well, they underestimated you because you're not doing that. And I am so proud of you for how far you've come in your healing journey. Number 7, so the narcissist has a ginormous ego. So we have to understand that, when you look at narcissistic personality disorder, they're very egotistical people. They actually do have this complex that they think they are God. It's really crazy. But when we really dismantle, the truth about narcissism and everything about their distorted reality, we can understand that they think that we are inferior to them. They believe they are superior to us. And they assumed that we would put them on a high pedestal and worship them. And I am so glad that many of my viewers are sharing how they tore that pedestal down. They don't worship that narcissist. They're not worshiping those flying monkeys. Instead, they are keeping it real, and they are telling the truth, and they are calling out the BS that is going on with the crazy making. Number 8 is, if you are the family scapegoat or you are the black sheep of the family, the toxic narcissist and siblings underestimated that you would muster up the strength to walk away from the entire family unit. So you probably did not just walk away from one person. There's a good chance it may have started out that you went either gray rock or no contact with the narcissist. Now, it could have been various different situations. It could have been the narcissist mother, father, grandparents, siblings. For another person, it could have been the narcissistic intimate partner, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend. So remember, now for everyone, it could be a different situation. Your circumstances may be different, but keep this, kind of open-minded about what I'm talking about so you understand that they actually thought that you would stay forever in this toxic, dysfunctional, destructive relationship. And you proved them wrong. And they are just fired up and ticked off at you for doing that. They thought you would never stand up for yourself. You would never defend yourself. You would never walk away. You would never take a stand. They just really took you for advantage. They took advantage of you. They took you for granted. They treated you like dirt, like scum on earth. And we have to understand that now we're coming to see, with this distance from these toxic people, we're coming to see things so much more clear, and it's a very enlightening experience. So next would be number 9. The narcissist expected you to always remain with them indefinitely, forever. They underestimated that you would have the guts to say enough is enough and to say no more abuse and to end the relationship for once and for all. Number 10, the toxic people underestimated that you would become fearless, that you were unstoppable. They never thought that. They had very, very low opinions and views about you. But they're coming to find out the truth, and it probably blows them away that you are so strong and you are so brave and you're just a mighty warrior. So they assumed that they could just threaten you and they could use all kind of smear campaigns and retaliation, and they're going to try to destroy your reputation. And they wanted to instill fear in you. I mean, they really honestly want you to be terrified of them. And that's why they continue the crazy making with gaslighting, manipulation, retaliation, and smear campaigns. Not to mention the hoovering, because it still goes on. But we have to understand that you were the one to say, no, I'm not going to be silent. And no, I'm not going to be scared of you. No, I'm going to be fearless, and I am unstoppable, and I am going to tell the truth. I'm not going to keep the family secrets. I'm not going to pretend that everything's okay because you are not okay. And we have to understand, no, the narcissist is not okay. No, the toxic monkeys, flying monkeys, no, they're not okay, because they're only playing a mind game, a twisted game with you in order to overpower you and control you. That is what they do. And number 11 is that the narcissist and the flying monkeys, aka toxic siblings, underestimated your healthy boundaries. They never thought you would stick up for your boundaries, that you would maintain your clear boundaries. They thought that they could just step all over your boundaries and push you around. They had no idea that you were going to be firm in those clear set of healthy boundaries. They didn't know that you had fierce determination and perseverance to rebuild your life, to end the cycle of abuse, and to just step away from the madness. So there's probably a lot of other things that you could share with me on what the narcissist and the flying monkeys underestimated about you. Feel free to share, because there's probably hundreds and hundreds more content we could add to this, that there's just so much insight involved when we try to unravel the mystery and the puzzle of what transpired in these destructive relationships and the psychological abuse. For some people, there was also sexual abuse and physical abuse and domestic violence. So we have to understand that they really underestimated us. They never thought we would report it. They never thought we would tell a lawyer or the FBI or call the cops or get a restraining order. We could go on and on with all these other things. They underestimated us, that we would just walk away, that we would block them on social media, that we would no longer have contact, that they can't call us on the phone anymore because we blocked them on our cell phones. We have basically made a decision to salvage our sanity, our peace of mind, our health, body, mind, and spirit, because we know that we are so worthy of healing, of recovering from trauma, and to start a whole new pathway for healing, health, and hope. So let's end on this note. My friends, dear scapegoats and black sheep of the family, you are a warrior. I am so proud of you. I have seen so many of you grow through this journey of yours, where you are seeing so clearly what took place and you are understanding it, you are processing it day by day. You are trying to do the hard work of recovery, and though it is not easy, and though there are times you may feel like you're taking 2 steps backwards, understand this: you're still doing it. You're still trying and working and focusing and doing everything you humanly possibly can to recover from these destructive relationships. And so you are a fierce person to reckon with. Nobody needs to mess with you, because you are on a pathway that you're going to light the fire for other survivors and help them in their healing journey too. And when one person shares their story, they become the voice for the voiceless and hope for the hopeless. And this is the beautiful thing about the healing journey, is that we're not only healing ourselves, we're healing the world around us. And so today, I so thank you for being a part of my healing journey and for inviting me to be a part of your healing journey. So share with me, what did the narcissist and or flying monkeys underestimate about you? Did they underestimate that you would speak the truth, that you would wise up, that you would redefine what a healthy relationship is and release the toxic people who have hurt you so deeply? Did they underestimate that you would go no contact or that you would gray rock? Share with me. I'd love to hear your stories. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share how the toxic people underestimated you. Thank you and have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.